I stand on this mountain, I look down and see a world I was once underneath. I stand on this mountain and I look down, my mind knows more than it once knew. Then I knew, then I knew, then I knew, then I knew. Now you're here, you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be than found me see. Found me see. I climb down this mountain and I look around just to see that everyone used to be me. I climb down this mountain and I look around, my mind embracing more than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth, than the truth. Now you're here, you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Found me sing, found me sing. I once was blind, but now I see the beauty of the world before me. Now you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Now you're here, you're there. Now everywhere with me. If this is lost, then there's no place I'd rather be. Found me sing, found me sing, found me sing, found me sing.
Hello, hello, hello. How the hell are y'all? Hopefully everybody's having a good Friday. We made it through another week. We got Arctic in the house first. Paula was coming in second. She hit second base. What else we got in here? We got Peggy come in third. Lisa said, yo. Doodle said, home run. Lisa says, hello. Dandelions is in the house. It's been an eventful. Uh-oh, y'all. Oh, fucking scared Lisa. Uh-oh. So she had her earbuds in and was in the zone. She was zoning, y'all. Zoning. Nothing like a jump stream goes live and blast your eardrums. I'm sorry. So sorry. Oh shit, it started Peggy too. Good evening, my love. Good evening. At least I didn't spill my dinner. Woo. She didn't spill her dinner. Peggy, we could spill some tea. I'm at work. At least I didn't spill blood. Oh God, that's good. I didn't spill blood this week either, so we're doing good. Oh, Arctic says doing good. Been raining and making me sleepy all day. Oh my goodness, I love that. Just a little bit of rain. Just a little bit of rain. I feel like you aren't at all sorry. Love you, Lisa. I'd register my son for school next year today. You hate that stuff. Ugh. You had to go people, Dandy. You had to go people. Ugh. Nobody likes the people. I had a pretty busy day myself. That's why the live's a little bit late. Today was the baby's birthday, so we went and picked her up from the school. That was hell, sitting in the school line thing. My Lord, that you would think after all these years they'd get their shit together. And then we went and had Wingstop. I don't suggest it. The one in Orlando sucks. Just gonna say, just put it out there. It's so, when you know they've turned their Google reviews off, it's nasty. It was nasty. And then she wanted to go get her nails done. So she went and got her nails done. And we did the birthday cake thing from the Publix. It was her afternoon this afternoon. And now I'm home. And it had a pretty eventful time. The pit bull out, and he goes waddling because he don't run real fast down to the back woods that I don't go in. And I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the dog. But you waddle too. Now you're going to put yourself out there like that, ghost host. And he hath got him an armadillo. Well, he's been chasing armadillos for about 2.5 years now. He finally caught one, didn't know what the hell to do with it. And then the littles came out after I got him up. And Gurley, the wiener, the rebel, decided to run down the damn driveway towards the road. So it was yeah, that laugh says it all. Yeah, I hate school pickup lines too. That was horrible. I had to go people. How dare they force me to do that? I get you, Dandy. I had to go people too. My kiddo woke up with blisters in his mouth and a fever. Oh no. Oh, I hope he's okay. Little spaceman. I had to people today too. It wasn't bad. Oh, Peggy, I'm glad you. Ew, people. Yeah, definitely. Prayers for little man. Prayers and positive healing vibes and all the things. And then, of course, I had to make my stop at the Dollar General. I had to stop by the Dollar General because, you can't go people in public without the Dollar General. I dropped the link if y'all want to come up. If you don't, I totally understand if you got other stuff going on, but I'll give you both that option. Kimber will not be joining us tonight. She may pop into chat because generally when she says, I'm not going to come up there, she ends up in chat. So she might come up tonight. So tonight's our Not Forgotten Friday. This is the night that we stream cases that are hashtag not trending, because I feel like it's important to highlight these cases. We're going to do some general missing cases, and then I'm also going to highlight some MMIW cases as well, because we know that those don't get near as much coverage as they need. He seems fine. It's so odd telling be up there. She's probably lurking in the bushes because she's not very good at not coming up. We got Arctic.
Howdy,
Arctic, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for coming up.
No problem.
I don't know if Doodle's going to come up or not. She's dealing with a little man. Chris is in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Chris. It's time to get over your fears. What fears? Of people or armadillos? Oh, you're talking about Lisa. I don't think Lisa's scared. I don't think she's scared. I think she's full of it. We'll drag her up here one day. Southern gal's been trying to get her to come up over there, too. Life posted a video earlier of an infant found in a pond yesterday, less than 2 weeks old. Oh my God, that's horrible, Dandy. You got the hiccups, Paula? I've been CNN live on accident. You've been on CNN on accident? How the hell do you end up on CNN on accident? I feel like there's a story behind that, Lisa. Never being on panel. Oh. I agreed to it without knowing it was live. Wow. I've been on the local news a couple of times. I've been on TMZ. I've been on the Fox Orlando, and then the other, I think it's an NBC channel here in Orlando. And then my Missing Fires have been featured on several different TV stations. I try not to TV if possible. I get all weird, like when the Orlando news down here interviewed me. Like, I was a nervous wreck, and the guy was like, "Aren't you a podcaster?" And I was like, "Yeah, but it's different when it's my mic and my camera and my stuff and not y'all's stuff." He was laughing at me. I've been in the newspaper for my birthday at 7 years old. Aw. My mama was the one that would call the radio station, and they'd do your name station for free. When we found Melissa Hagersmith, family was exhausted from interviews. They asked if I would one for the team. Oh, you're awesome, Lisa. Oh. Don't worry, spelling. Hell, I can't spell, and if I do try to spell, my phone goes, "Nope, you didn't mean that. You meant to say duck." Well, no, I know. Thanks for playing. I'm going to be stuck on the screen. There we go. So this first case that I'm going to highlight here is the case that brought by audit. This was a case that he suggested for the not Friday, so I wanted to pull this up first before we got into any fires or anything. Without a trace, eerie surveillance video showed a man lurking behind a mom, Charmaine Charlo, before disappearance as ex admits to ditching phone. Her ex-boyfriend was sentenced to 21 months in prison for gun crimes. This was published on October 12, 2024, and updated on October 14, 2024. Looks like the video is loaded. Eerie security footage shows the moment a mom was last seen before she vanished over 6 years ago. Jermaine Charlo, 23, was outside of a bar with her on and off again ex-boyfriend and dad of her 2 kids on the night she went missing on June 15, 2018. Such a pretty girl. It says we have here. Playing games, so hopefully it won't act too crazy. For some reason, when he plays the game, it wants to lag real bad. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. You said hi in the chat. Was you lurking in somebody's caught in the bushes? The damn gifting that some of these channels have, that'll shake you right out of the bushes. You be thinking you're over there all neato, and all of a sudden you get a gift, and you're like, what the hell? Especially when it's like a channel that you're just lurking in the bushes out of curiosity. And you get a membership, and you're like, oh God, how do I get that off me? That's gonna stick for 30 days. At least I didn't say hi, Mom, in that chat. That's funny, Elizabeth. So I'm assuming this is a still shot of the surveillance footage, the Savoy Casino. Hello, Taylor. Thank you so much for being here. Right? Hate it when that happens. This is Billboard, $15,000 reward. It's from Lamar, and Arctic will tell you that Lamar is an amazing company. They, when they can, they donate billboards to families. I think the limited time is 30 days. Sometimes families can push to get them for longer than that. But
Absolutely.
They
are absolutely amazing. I can't count the number of families that have been able to get billboards through them. And yeah, I mean, sometimes they'll do it for 60 days. Just really depends on, how in demand that particular billboard is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they do great work. Like, I knew about Lamar from Arctic long before I'd ever helped with the Blip billboard, and those are not donated by the company. So that's definitely amazing. She was last seen on June 16th, 2018, Missoula, Montana. That's a beautiful. I've actually been to Missoula. 5'9", 23 years old, 130 pounds. Call 911 or 406-396-3217. Hashtag someone knows. This is the boyfriend. Let's see how he only got 23 months. And why is the CCTV footage always crap? I don't understand that. The times that we live in, and look at this. It's blurry. It's horrible. Yeah, this is Michael DeFrance mugshot for gun crimes. Credits Channel 8 K-Pax.
Mom, we've got an Amber
Footage from the
Alert.
bar shows Charlo walking down.
Doodle just dropped an Amber Alert in the back chat. I mean, in the team chat.
Oh, those take precedence over everything. In just a second for Discord to load. I don't know why my Discord logs me out. Like, the tab is literally sitting here open. It just says, no, I'm going to log you out. I might have to refresh. It's not popping up. Let me reload my Discord, y'all. You guys all for being here. As many of you guys know that are OGs to the channel, Amber Alerts take precedence over everything. I don't care what we're doing or what we're talking about. All right, well, we're going to open Discord completely again because it's not loading in the team chat.
She said she sent it to your messenger, too.
To Messenger? Okay, I'll get that open, too. Probably be quicker to get to that since this is not loading. That's freaking weird. Okay, Messenger. Eventually I will switch everything over to the other computer. Seattle, Washington, I can see that. It's open, and here we go. Thank you, Doodle. Thank you, Arctic. And of course, it's a baby. Does it come up? Yep. 2-year-old girl missing, allegedly taken by someone who's threatened family in the past. This is the flyer. Pull that up. Screenshot in just a minute. Missing persons alert for Karma Vega. She's 2 years old. Photos courtesy of Washington State Patrol. And An Amber Alert has been issued for missing 2-year-old girl who was allegedly taken by someone who knows the family. The missing girl, Karma Vega, was taken from the Mars Early Learning Academy in Seattle approximately 2:30 p.m. According to the Amber Alert, the suspect who took her is known by the child's mother and has previously made violent threats towards the family. Vegas was seen wearing a Mickey Mouse pajamas and white shoes. She has black hair and brown eyes. The child was allegedly taken away in a 2020 Dodge Challenger with Washington license plates that read BVM, that's Bravo Victory 6985. If anyone sees or missing child or vehicle in question or has information regarding this kidnapping, please call 911. Police, just call 911. You very rarely see that. Just 911. See while that loads. Pull this pic. I won't let me make it bigger. I want to make it bigger like this. There's the flyer. This was posted 5 minutes ago. I guess that someone else met Vadek's sister beside you. Who? Who, Chris? I'll go back to that in a minute. Let me take that down so it doesn't cover the bottom of the flyer. And it's still loading. I just wanted to see if it had any more information on this side. A picture of the vehicle or something. I guess it's on the flyer itself. That's better on the flyer, though. Thank you guys for being patient. Yeah, it has the case number 2025-082840. We already read the license plate, and this is probably a stock photo of the car. Not being an ass, but I always put stock photo on there. And here's the Seattle Police Department, 206-386-1850. So I'm going to save that so I can put it on other platforms. So it doesn't say what relation this person is. Suspect is Quinta Marks, 47 years old, 5'2", 115 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, wearing the clothing in the photo. So that looks like an Adidas jacket, a gray hoodie, and some kind of black pants. I think that's Adidas with the white stripes coming down the side. Suspect's connection. Okay, so these are just comments. Thank you guys so much for that. That's so scary, man. 2:30. Montana would be mountain time. So it's been several hours. Damn. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Arctic. Oh my God, she's freaking adorable. So here's MPIA's flyers, the big yellow background with the red writing on it. It is a scientific fact that the red writing gets your attention. I was so focused I didn't see the Arctic got knocked off the front porch. Sorry.
It's all right. I was trying to get her posted to my community page, and every time I try to multitask while I'm on a panel, it knocks me off. So,
Oh. Let's see if I can get her over there too. I'll leave this one up to you guys so that way you can screenshot it, do all the things. Give me just a second to go in here and do my thing, my side. As well. It's not even storming. It's windy outside, so that's probably why everything's running slow. So I appreciate this patience. There it goes. Perfect. All right. So she's on the community wall. Got her posted on Twitter. Move this back over here. Thank you, Doodle. And thank you, Taylor. Here's some better pictures. This is the suspect. I'm positive that's Adidas. If not, it looks like an Adidas style.
it's Adidas. You can tell by the little logo on it.
That's what I was thinking was the little triangle logo.
Yep. That's definitely
And the
Adidas.
white stripes are. Matter of fact, I don't think my pants have the white stripe on them. They don't. But it does have that triangle, so that has to be Adidas. Since the only description said clothing in photo. And then that could be any kind of hat. It's a shape of an H. It could be Hurley. It could be a car dealer. It could be a number of things, but it looks like an H in this picture. Here's the baby, big old smile. And I wonder if that's the same Mickey Mouse pajamas. And that's just speculation. I'm not saying those are the ones that she's wearing, guys. Just curious because they are Mickey Mouse. You can see the little Mickeys on there. Bless her heart. People do shit like that. Then your heart drops. You know what I mean? When you see the little ones like that, your heart just immediately goes to the worst damn scenarios.
Absolutely.
It's like I watched a video the other day, totally off subject, but this guy had stolen a car, and you're torn. I was so torn about this because the guy stole a car, stopped under an underpass, got out, gently set infant car seat and all, like on the side of the road, like on the sidewalk part of the overpass, and drove off. And I thought, oh my Lord. But at least, they didn't hurt the baby.
I was reading one the other day where the guy stole the car and then he realized there was a child inside the car. He went and returned the car to the parents and berated them for leaving their child inside the car unattended.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I mean, that's not, don't steal cars, but yeah, hell yeah. A criminal with freaking some damn raisin. Thank you guys all for being here. KCG, thank you for being here and listening in the bushes. We always enjoy you being in the bushes. There's a town in Washington that has an alarming amount of young missing children. Dandy, if you want to send me information on it the night that we do Washington, we can highlight the children. He looks like he has a smug look. He does. Thank you so much, Doodle. You're a rock star. I appreciate you guys. Fell out the window. It's a lady that does Rainbow Crimes, a podcast on LGBTQB cases. What do you mean they met Bethany, like at Advocacy Con? Or like Bethany was over there? Sorry, I'm kind of a pit bull when it comes to cases that are close to my heart, because once you've been through what we've been through on YouTube, and Arctic can tell you too, that you cannot help yourself but be like, here are you. What are you doing? Hi, Dutchie. Thank you so much for being here. It's Adidas. Okay, so we've voted that it's Adidas.
I sent you something. You may not want to show it right away, but it's concerning.
Okay. On Discord or?
No, it's on your Messenger.
On Messenger. Okay. I've got it on the other screen, so it won't pop up. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
It's that Sixth Sense art. You know what I mean?
Yep.
People fucking suck. I swear, man. Hi, Wisdom. Thank you so much for being here. Watching from the hospital. Are you in the hospital or are you there with somebody else? And we're going to round about all the states. We're doing New England next week. Crime Con? You talking about Advocacy Con? Advocacy Con's this weekend, Chris. In Indianapolis. Look, you guys are so awesome. Sent you something on Discord while we're sending stuff. Teamwork, Dandy. Cool. Coco, Cacho, and Dutchess. I'm so happy that you like your Tumblr. We always like, anytime I send something out, I always like to have her put something extra special surprise in there. Like, I'm bad about telling people, look what I'm sending you. But then I always try to get her to put something in there that I haven't told them about. So it's kind of a surprise when you get it. I'm bad about Christmas too. And thank you guys so much for the Amber Alert. We've got it shared out. Make sure you guys take the time to share that on all of your social media. We'll never know who may see a baby's face or that abductor's face and say, hey, I saw that person, and make that phone call to 911 and bring that baby home safe and as fast as possible. Oh, you're so welcome, Dutchie. We appreciate everything you do. Oh boy, I better not get Craig in a box. He costs too damn much to ship. He's too much on shipping. You know what it would cost me to ship him to somebody? Oh my Lord. Then I'd have the Phoebes knocking on my door wanting to know why I shipped my old man out. He's high maintenance and a whole lot of trouble. You'd send him back, Doodle, and then you'd have to pay a bunch of shipping. Dutchess says, I think I'm going to start doing a few state-focused lives because there's so many cases. I have had a few requests to do that. So, yeah, what we started doing, Dutchie, is Critical Minds actually named the live because I'm trying to get names for each day of the week of when we do lives. And we're going to do Where Are They Wednesdays. And this week we did New Jersey, which was a viewer's choice. Captain Jenks asked to do New Jersey cases. And then Critical Minds is actually from the area. So it was really cool having them in chat and being able to put an input about the places and the things. And Critical Minds was actually the investigator on a couple of the cases that we covered. And then I thought next week we would do New England instead of just doing like New Hampshire or one of Connecticut or something like that. We're just going to do the whole New England area since they're smaller states. So that way I can get as many of them in there as possible, and that way they're all kind of in one live. And then if there's an update on a case, what I'll do is I'll pin in the comments on that live the update, like if the person's been identified or if they're found or if, you know, a suspect's been arrested or whatever the case may be. I think that's because I'm trying to get some organization over here because it's been a modge podge for the past 4 years. So I really want to get it like where it's kind of structured, if you will. That's a great idea. I'll probably have to move mine to Thursday evening and start next week. Yep. Perfect. Dutchie, you know we'll be there. If you do Oklahoma, I can add Logan Tucker. Yep. I think I've got him in the in one of the folders. I know I do. I have him in one of the folders, and plus I have him on my random piece of paper because I couldn't find my notebook that I looked for 15 minutes that was literally sitting right in front of me. There's PJ. I'm going to let everyone know in advance what state we're going to cover and each week in advance. That's what my plan was like Wednesday. I let everybody know that next week we're going to do New England, and that way it gives people a chance to send in cases that might be close to their heart or that they want covered. And then that way, you know, because I enjoy doing the viewer's choice and I enjoy doing the bulk cases like that because I feel like you can get more of them out other than just, which I do deep dives on specific cases. Like if somebody sends me a specific case and says, hey, can you cover this case? That live is going to be predominantly about that one case. But I really want to do you're in the hospital. Well, Wisdom, I hope you're okay.
Yeah, like Chris, he sent me that Florida case that I did the premiere on yesterday. And it was just a little Facebook post. And it's like, okay. And I got to going down so many rabbit holes with that case.
Well, it's like that Bryce LaPisa out of California. My daughter-in-law sent me the case, and I was okay. 6 hours later,
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't even know where to start on the live. Like, I don't know. I don't even know where to start. Like, this is craziness. You can go alphabetical, and then people can participate. What will be done when? Anticipate. That's a good idea, Lisa, but we kind of threw it off. We started out with New Jersey. And then we're going to do New England. I guess after we do the two ends, or I could do all the ends. Well, that's going to mess the alphabet up. I don't know. I'll think about it, Lisa. I'll figure it out. I'll need to wallow it around in my brain for a little while. You've been tagging people all day. You're good, love. You didn't tap me, so it couldn't have been that crazy. Could always cover New Jersey again. It's actually a really good idea. Oh, what the hell? I don't. We'll figure it out, Lisa. I'll sit down and see what all, because I need to do a spreadsheet. That's what my intentions are to sit down at my computer and actually do a spreadsheet, and that way it'll be more like organized and can cover Patricia Jane Wagner for the NK episode. In fairness, you provide me with resources to do these crazy investigations. She may have meant New Jersey, New Mexico. Who knows? NK. What's next to K? Could have been New Mexico. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to read this article because if I don't, PhDs, and we're never going to make it through this article. So go back up. This was Jermaine Charlo. She's been missing since June 2018. This was the surveillance footage, the CCTV that complained about being fuzzy and horrible footage. The Lamar billboard, these are amazing. This is the boyfriend. He was spent time in jail over gun crimes. Footage from the car shows Charlo walking down the street in downtown Missoula, Montana. Huh?
I was going to say, yeah, and he was one of the last people to see her alive. In that video surveillance, he's actually in the background of that video surveillance, if I remember right. It was either Dateline or 48 Hours that did a huge investigation on that case.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Let's see if it'll play. Hopefully it didn't cut out. No. Yeah, I can see it. I thought I lost Arctic for a second, but he's still up here. Let me turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone. Y'all, it's always something, I swear. I wouldn't know how to act to have a live without any issues. I'm about to go and commandeer me a table at Starbucks. Telling you. Okay, I heard it come back on.
Do you need to solve this case?
I feel like I got this puzzle in front of me, but I don't have all the pieces on the table quite yet. One or two pieces could break the case.
Someone out there knows.
Someone out there knows what happened to Jermaine Charlo.
And they're just not talking.
Come forward. We know you're in limbo for
Oh, come on.
6 years.
I miss her. I'm never going to say I'm searching for her. She's out there somewhere, but where?
What do you need to solve this case?
I feel like I got this puzzle in front of me, but I don't have all the pieces on the table quite yet. One or two pieces could break the case.
Someone out there knows.
Someone out there knows what happened to Jermaine Charlo.
And they're just not talking.
Come forward. We know you're
Okay, so I guess it was just 30 seconds. Because this is going to go to an earthquake in India. And now, of course, it's going to start playing up here. No, stop. Okay. Says walking down the street with her ex, Michael DeFrance, lurking behind her before they both leave the area. 6 years later, cops released never before seen video to CBS 48 Hours in hopes that someone will come forward about the answers of Charlo's disappearance. In a preview from CBS, Special Missoula Police Detective Guy Baker said the new footage shows the last known images of Charlo before she vanished without a trace, leaving her two sons behind. Jermaine walks out of view. Maybe someone saw something and never thought about contacting us, Baker said. Let me pull this up on this side so this can be searching while I read the rest of this. Somebody has any information about that night, the aspect of the investigation, I encourage them to call me. No suspect has ever been arrested or publicly named in Charlo's family said DeFrance and Charlotte broke up in 2017 and the relationship was tense. Police believe DeFrance was the last person to see Charlotte, and he told investigators he dropped his ex-girlfriend off around 1 a.m. the night near the downtown food market. DeFrance told cops Charlo told him she was going to meet her friend, but the police found she had been regularly going to the area to see a man she was dating named Jacob. Jacob was out of town that weekend. Charlo was last seen, but the couple spoke for hours before she disappeared. The boyfriend told police that he tried to call Charlo before 1 a.m. on the night she vanished. He found it strange. He met with a voicemail after hearing the phone ring, and then even told police he thought someone might have ended the call on purpose. After an hour after Jacob's call was silenced, cops found that Charlo's phone pinged at 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. in an area in Flathead Reservation about 14 miles away from Missoula. Phone details. Officials later discovered the call was silenced by someone. When the police interrogated DeFrance, he admitted he took Charlo's phone and threw it away after she left his car. Timeline of Jermaine Charlo's disappearance, June 16, 2018, between midnight and 1 a.m. Jermaine Charlo is seen on security footage in an alley outside of a Missoula bar called the Badlander with her ex, Michael DeFrance. June 16, 2018, at 2 a.m. to 10 a.m., Charlo's phone pings in Avero Hill on Flathead Reservation. June 18, 2018, Charlo's family reports her missing in Missoula. Police search begins. July 28, 2021, DeFrance is indicted on a weapons possession charge. May 1st, 2023, DeFrance is found guilty of gun charges. September 21st, 2023, DeFrance is sentenced to 21 months in federal prison. October 12, 2024, where's Jermaine Charlo? 48 hours special errors. Charlo's phone was never located. DeFrance has not been named as a suspect. Why would you get rid of the cell phone if someone was around to give the phone back to them? Baker asked on 48 Hours. Last September, DeFrance was found guilty of gun crimes and sentenced to 21 months in federal prison. He wasn't legally allowed to own guns due to a 2013 misdemeanor when he was convicted of assaulting Charlo. The U.S. Sun has reached out to the Missoula Police Department for comment. Search continues. The search for Charlo is ongoing for over 6 years later. Her picture has been featured on a missing persons billboard in Montana for the past 5 years. Charlo's disappearance is just one of many unsolved missing and murdered Indigenous women. I feel like we're all of the human race and should be looked for the same. Jen Murphy, the Montana resident who had the idea to put Charlo's picture on a billboard, told 48 Hours, it's not like we're asking for special treatment. We're asking for some treatment, for the same treatment. We're not going to stop looking for our people. We're not. Our lives matter. The investigation into Charlo's disappearance remains active. I feel like I got this puzzle in front of me, but I don't have all the pieces on the table quite yet, they said. One of the two pieces could break this case. Where is Jermaine? Charlo airs on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CBS and streaming Paramount. It has a domestic hotline, domestic abuse hotline. We already looked at the pictures. All right, let me pull this down, and I'm going to pull this up.
Work goes smoothly when you know the right step.
No, we don't want your damn ad. Okay.
I was a 23-year-old mother of two from Montana who went missing 3 years ago. Jermaine Charlo is her name. And with a lot of help from our great affiliate KPAX, we have her story tonight. It's been 3 years since Jermaine Charlo, a 23-year-old mother of two, rounded a corner outside the Badlander Bar in Missoula, Montana, and vanished. Video surveillance from outside the bar on June 15th of 2018 shows the last time she was seen alive. Her disappearance sparked protests across the state, and in 2020, public outcry about Charlo's case pushed local tribe leaders to launch a new pilot program for dealing with the nationwide crisis of missing and murdered Indigenous people.
It goes back several generations, so this isn't a new problem, but we're trying to figure out new solutions.
Even with all the attention from the public, her case remains unsolved. Guy Baker is the lead detective on the case.
It's not a closed case. It's not a cold case. It's still very active.
Baker is the second detective to be assigned to the case. He took over the investigation 11 days after Charlo went missing.
I think you always look to the past to see if you can do better. You try to do the best job you can under the circumstances, but, looking back, some things could have been done a little differently that I think would have been beneficial, but nothing was done wrong or was detrimental, I should say, to the investigation.
Charlo's ex-boyfriend, Michael DeFrance, pleaded guilty to assaulting Jermaine in 2013, 5 years before her disappearance. But in new court documents, prosecutors allege that in June and October of 2018, DeFrance violated the terms of that conviction by knowingly possessing firearms and ammunition. DeFrance entered a not guilty plea to the new charges during his appearance in U.S. District Court. Jermaine Charlo's relatives were in attendance.
I knew he was in trouble for having a partner or family member assault against Jermaine multiple times. And then he's posting on Facebook pictures of himself holding firearms. So I was really hoping that, that would be addressed. And I'm happy that it was finally addressed and that he is held responsible for his actions.
Authorities have not released any information connecting DeFrance to Charlo's disappearance.
I just hope that this is a stepping stone in the right direction to where we can actually find Jermaine and bring peace to our family.
Okay, folks, if you have any information, you can call the Missoula County Police 406-552-6300, 406-552-6300, or the Flathead Tribal Police at 406-675-4700, 406-675-4700 to get some sense of justice and an answer in this case. Let's bring back in our guest. Still with us, retired FBI Special Agent Bobby Chacon and retired police commander and host of the Profiling Evil podcast, Mike King. Also joining us tonight by Montana is an anchor and reporter with our
If there's sound, we've lost it.
Can y'all hear me now? I'm over here
I can hear you now.
having a whole meltdown, and y'all can't. I swear I wouldn't know how to act if a live went the way it was supposed to through the whole thing. I'd probably jump up and down. All right, let's try that again. Probably about right here.
Michael DeFrance pleaded guilty to assaulting.
And of course, it's going to hit us with an ad. I swear I'm going to buy a damn hotspot just for the laptop.
Pleaded guilty to assaulting Jermaine in 2013, 5 years before her disappearance. But in new court documents, prosecutors allege that in June and October of 2018, DeFrance violated the terms of that conviction by knowingly possessing firearms and ammunition. DeFrance entered a not guilty plea to the new charges during his appearance in U.S. District Court. Jermaine Charlo's relatives were in attendance.
I knew he was in trouble for having a partner family member assault against Jermaine multiple times. And then he's posting on Facebook pictures of himself holding firearms. So I was really hoping that, that would be addressed. And I'm happy that it was finally addressed and that he is held responsible for his actions.
Authorities have not released any information connecting DeFrance to Charlo's disappearance.
I just hope that this is a stepping stone in the right direction to where we can actually find Jermaine and bring peace to our family.
Okay, folks, if you have any information, you can call the Missoula County Police 406-552-6300, 406-552-6300, or the Flathead Tribal Police at 406-675-4700, 406-675-4700 to get some sense of justice and an answer in this case. Let's bring back in our guest, still with us, retired FBI Special Agent Bobby Chacon and retired police commander and host of the Profiling Evil podcast, Mike King. Also joining us tonight by phone in Missoula, Montana is an anchor and reporter with our great affiliate KPAX. Jill Valley is with us. And in Toronto, Canada, journalist and host of Stolen, the Search for Jermaine podcast, Connie Walker is with us. Welcome, everyone. Jill Valley from KPAX, let me begin with you. Is there any more information, the latest in this investigation? Where exactly does everything stand now, 3 years later?
Well, I think at this point, we're still waiting to get more information from the investigators and Guy Baker. He is a tough nut to crack.
This was the last time 23-year-old
could tell you he's not one to reveal what he knows a lot about in this investigation, because the whole picture, it does seem kind of circumstantial. But then it was really interesting. Got the information when Michael DeFrance ended up in federal court. As you can see, we all that day, and his defense attorney looked at one of our executive producers, for example, and he said, "Why are you here? Why are you interested in this case?" And her response was, "Well, why don't you tell me?" So he clearly knew why there's an interest in this case. And I think that was the day we thought, okay, we're going to get some more answers about this. But it would appear that the weapons charge that he's facing right now is that a placeholder? I think an investigator or a prosecutor could tell you more about that. But it seems like there was slight movement ahead with his appearance in court, even though it was unrelated to her disappearance. It does make you wonder, okay, so what's the next shoe to drop with the information that's going to come out of that case?
Connie Walker, let me ask you, what was going on in Jermaine's life? What was happening right around the time that she disappeared?
Yeah, we spent a year looking into Jermaine's unsolved disappearance and dove really deep into her life, directly in the days and weeks leading up to her disappearance, but also in the years prior to that. Jermaine Charlo is unfortunately part of this epidemic of violence that so many Indigenous women and girls face. And so our 8-part podcast really dove deep into her disappearance. And Jermaine, as you mentioned, was a mother of 2. She was a member of the Confederated Salish and Kootenai tribes, and her family on the day after she went missing was immediately concerned. Jermaine was somebody who was very active on social media, very in touch with her yaya, her grandmother, Vicky Morgeau. And as soon as they didn't hear from her, they were immediately concerned. And they called the person that she was last seen with to try to get some answers about her disappearance. And that was her ex-boyfriend, Michael DeFrance, who, as Jill mentioned, was in federal court recently on a weapons charge, which, although is not directly tied to Jermaine's disappearance, is connected to Jermaine because he had a prior conviction for partner or family member assault against her. And our investigation found that although Detective Guy Baker, says he has about the unsolved disappearance of Jermaine Charlo, a large part of the police investigation has focused on Michael DeFrance France. Police have searched his property twice. They have, he was the last person to be seen with Jermaine. Detective Guy Baker told us that he originally told family and told police that he dropped her off at a grocery store in downtown Missoula, and then later, changed his story and said he dropped her off a little ways from there. Her cell phone was traced to the DeFrance, or near the DeFrance property, on the night of her disappearance after Mr. DeFrance claimed that he dropped her off. But as Jill mentioned, he's never been charged in Jermaine's disappearance. We still don't know what happened to Jermaine Charlo, and Michael DeFrance has never been, officially named a suspect by police. But certainly, I think there are so many questions, and her family has so many questions about not only her disappearance, but about the police investigation into her disappearance, and why it took so long to get her reported missing, and why it took police so long to conduct some of the searches that they did for Jermaine.
Bobby Chacon, retired FBI special agent. What's it going to take, do you think, to get to the next level where you can perhaps put some more pressure or bring some charges in this case?
Well, I think you're at the next level now, in fact, because if you look at what's happened, he violated the conditions of his state charges on that domestic violence type charge that he had with displaying the weapon. That rightfully could have been prosecuted on a state level, a state or local level. Instead, now it's in the hands of the federal government. That's a strategic investigative decision. Somebody made a decision to prosecute him in federal court rather than state court. That means the prosecutor at the state level and the prosecutor at the federal level got together, as the investigators did. I've been in that situation. I've taken state gun cases federally because the rules of evidence are different in federal court. The penalties are different in federal court. You can put a lot more pressure on somebody in federal court. There's no more parole. We did away with parole on the federal level years ago. So you're going to serve your entire sentence if you get convicted. I think they've taken the next step. I think this is a strategic decision to take this gun charge federally, and that's the direction they want to go. They are going to lean on him. They are going to tell him that the federal penalties for this crime are much greater than the state penalties for it, and I think that's why they've done it.
Mike King, how do you think they solve the case? What do they need?
Well, yeah, I think a couple of things that are really positive that have happened, and congratulations to the podcast side on Stolen, to the media. But the thing that I think is really interesting is they tipped a hand a little bit in some of the media reports. The defense is concerned about the feds or the state taking some DNA. So is that pointing back to maybe there's something early on that was collected that they couldn't get a chance or a shot at before? But the thing I really like about this case is that we're doing this the right way. Instead of the who done it, we're really looking at who is the victim here and why did she become a victim. And as those answers come, it's going to really point to why she becomes victimized. And that really helps us understand among a pool of suspects or even an individual is more probable for these kinds of things.
And Jill Valley, before we wrap things up here, give us the big picture on how this case and people involved in this case has impacted the issue of Native American women as victims and trying to help them and help solve cases and prevent cases like this.
Well, I tell you, I think between Jermaine and even another woman who disappeared a year before her, Ashley Heavy Runner from north central Montana, their faces are on billboards, and they've become something that gives us more awareness for the missing and murdered Indigenous women and people and boys, and really everyone out there who is facing this, where they go missing and there's never any reason. Because of cases like this and kind of the constant media attention to it and that wonderful podcast like Connie, there's something now called a Snowbird Fund that's brand new. And what that does is provide money to families who searches, print flyers, do billboards, help volunteers with water and food as they go out and search for their loved one. And then, as the story talked about ahead of time, it's that first ever collaboration between the Tribal Community Response Plan that's going to help the jurisdictions come together, because sometimes that trips people up. So there is an effort underway to pay more attention to these cases, to get on them quicker, and to really find them valid when a family member calls and says, my loved one's missing, to not get blown off, to say, no, we need to take a good look at this. So I know those families of those missing women probably never wanted them to be the face of this movement, but what has happened is now people are paying attention and things are happening. So it's been going on for generations. Maybe now is the time where people are finally going to, take it seriously and make it stop, because this is very unfair.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jill Valley, KPAX, thank you so much.
I've never heard of the Snowbird Plan. Have you, Ardit?
No, I haven't.
I'm going to do research into that. I want to do a page 3 of the research, good grief, the resource flyers that I made up. Welcome in, Real Happy Brutally. I saw you pop in. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody for being here. I appreciate it. And thank you for all your patience through my swamp signal. I did go ahead and pull the footage. It's not very long. Hopefully it won't be choppy.
This was the last time 23-year-old Jermaine Charlo was seen alive. She was seen leaving a bar called the Badlander in Missoula, Montana on Friday, June 15th, 2018, and hasn't been seen since. The man standing behind her is Michael DeFrance, Charlo's ex-boyfriend and the father of her 2 kids. Police spoke with DeFrance, but they have not publicly named any suspects in her disappearance.
I feel like I got this puzzle in front of me, but I don't have all.
Police released this video to 48 Hours, hoping to generate new leads.
Jermaine walks out of view, so maybe somebody saw something that has never thought about contacting us. So if anybody has any information about that night or any aspect of this investigation, I encourage them to call me.
Jen Murphy, who has joined several volunteer searches, Billboard looks out towards the reservation where Charlo grew up.
Someone out there knows what happened to Jermaine Charlo.
And they're just not talking.
Come forward. We know you're there. Be brave.
And you know what?
There's a rising tide radiating.
Is in these cases, especially the Native American cases, missing Indigenous, I'm sorry, our government doesn't do the legwork. They don't put in the legwork. This is left all on the families. This is left all on the community and the reservations.
Exactly. And then the family, they said that law enforcement was in no hurry to take a missing report on her at all. And they are saying, because she was drinking the night that she went missing, they said that may have played a factor in it, or maybe it was just the fact that she was Indigenous, because we all know that they don't take Indigenous cases seriously. And then there's the fact that she was over 18. That all played a factor, I'm sure, in law enforcement. And the fact is that it's amazing to me that they haven't made an arrest of the ex in this case. He's lied to law enforcement. The phone last pinged on his property, even though he said he dropped her off an hour away from his property. They had gone through a very contentious custody battle. There's the assault charges. I mean, you don't have to be a mathematician to figure out what happened to this young lady, in my opinion.
No, I totally agree. And I understand the placeholder charge. Like, from Harmony Montgomery's case, like, I was furious. I was so angry for 2 years. Why the hell has he not been charged? He's charged with all these gun charges and all these bullshit charges. But the more you do this, the more you learn. You know what I mean? It's a placeholder charge, but 21 months, he would be out now, right? If I'm doing my math right. Because I think that first article said that he was arrested in 2023. Of course, my damn Discord logged me out. Get back over here. I shouldn't have dropped that article yet, but I did. I'll pull this up where you guys can see it too. Yeah, September 21st of 2023, he was sentenced to 21 months. As hell. Yes, the case is still open. Yep, it's an ongoing open investigation. Do you want my honest opinion? A case this old, ongoing open investigation is a cover my ass for law enforcement. Yeah, and Dandy, I understand that you know what you said here. that makes total sense. The problem is the Native American reservations have their own laws and federally recognized tribes' possessions inherent powers of self-governance. But she was in Missoula, so she was in town when she was last seen on footage. So it seems to me like that would be a multi-law enforcement situation. Am I thinking about that right, Arctic? Because she was in town, wouldn't it be the local police as well? And depending on... He got kicked again. If the property that the phone last pinged on is not reservation property, then that would still fall on our law enforcement.
If this motherfucker drops me one more time, but yes, it should be the local police as well.
Yeah, so it should be a multi law enforcement situation. Like
I'm
the
going to drop
reservation.
something. I'm going to drop something in back chat that's going to blow your.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Y'all get your cigarettes, your devil's lettuce, whatever you got ready. I'm going to have to light me one for fuck's sake. Just the headline alone. Court reverses gun charges against Jermaine Charlo's ex-boyfriend. Missoula, Montana. Judge reverses Michael DeFrance's conviction on firearms in the Ninth Circuit Appellate Court on December 30th, 2024. Court documents show in 2023, U.S. Judge Dan L. Christensen found defense guilty of prohibited person in possession of a firearm and 3 statements during a firearms transaction. This was prohibited person due to the conviction for partner of a family member assault against his ex-girlfriend Jermaine Charlo, who went missing in Missoula in 2018. DeFrance has never been charged with her disappearance, in my opinion. The conviction was brought to the Court of Appeals to determine someone charged. The PFMA has committed a misdemeanor crime of domestic violence, prohibiting from possession firearms. Ultimately, the court found a PMA charge does not equal misdemeanor of crime of domestic violence, as a PFMA can be violated inflicting emotional rather than physical injury. Circuit Judge Court B. Christian wrote in the case, option does not inherently include physical force. What a crock of shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, this man should be sitting in jail for the rest of his life. There's no doubt, in my opinion, what he did to this young lady. And there's been plenty of cases tried without a body successfully. There's no reason why they haven't made an arrest yet.
Completely just drop the ball and kick the son bitch down the hill. I mean, right, absolutely. On the reservations, unless a family makes it known that someone is missing, we never know. The information isn't available on a reservation or people registered to one. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's if they go missing from the reservation. And sadly, we don't hear a lot about those at all. Right? What the fuck? Yeah, the suspect is... The suspect, in my opinion, Paula, is the ex-boyfriend. But he's never been charged, which is bullshit.
Hell, they haven't even named him an official suspect. I mean, what the hell do you need? Do you need him to write a letter that says, I killed her?
Well, hell, you know, there's interrogation videos out there where people have flat out told the police, yeah, I did it. And they're freaking roaming the damn streets free. Right, Dandy, the system is fucking broken. It's broken. It's broken. I talked to a sister of a missing young Native man the hell she caught from tribe members alone was very sad. She told me a lot of missing aren't even told about. Yeah, brutally, a lot of them aren't told about. Carmen Vega, camera Vega found.
That's the Amber Alert.
I love that. That's freaking awesome. Safe baby. Woohoo. All right. Let me go grab that. Do we have details, Doodle, or just found? Amber Alerts do work. They do work. It's just like the boy that that Melissa was covering on TikTok the other day when you were in her box. Missing all damn day long. That night, they put out an Amber Alert. He's found in the middle of the damn night. But they have to actually do, thank you, I was fixing to drop that, Drifty. They have to actually do the damn Amber Alerts.
Exactly.
So it goes out. Because if they don't do the damn Amber Alerts, and they're sitting here 2 months later going, well, you know, this kid's still missing. Well, you know, get off your ass.
Or they stamp them as runaways and don't even make any effort to try to find the kids, saying, oh, they'll come back whenever they're ready to come back. And then when something happens to the child and they turn up dead, well, then they've got a lot of explaining to do.
Mm-hmm.
Or they try
you
to
don't hear
back
about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's infuriating.
See, what they don't understand
I'm glad that
is
the baby
what
was found. I meant that case.
What these law enforcement agencies fail to understand is what a real problem trafficking is. After you did your live last night, I was bored. I couldn't go to sleep. And I put out a premiere about the issue of trafficking and truck stops and how the entire highway system is basically one big trafficking organization.
It is. It is. And that's not something that's new either. That's not something that's new. I mean, like, where was we? I think we were in Tennessee, and somebody had posted a picture. I believe I was living in Tennessee, and somebody had posted a picture of like feet and hands out the back of a U-Haul truck. And I'm like, why the fuck are you posting this on Facebook? Call the law. Call the law and tell them where you are.
Exactly.
Well, it turned out being people that were moving, and they'd put their kids in the back of the truck with a couple of adults because they didn't have any room in the front. I don't give a fuck. What if it wasn't? What if it was a truckload of missing people? Call the fucking law. Don't post it on Facebook. What are these people doing in the back of a U-Haul truck? Well, call the law, dumbass.
Oh, yeah. It's just like all these people that sit there and think they've seen Sebastian. And what do? Do they call law enforcement? Do they forward any information to them? No, they post pictures of someone's kid that's probably not Sebastian all over social media.
Oh, right. And then the mom begs for a month for people to take the photo down. Well, you know what? Once it's been put on the internet, and this is what I tell people, oh my Lord, that there's a creator that I absolutely have war with for the past couple of weeks now. I'm not going to get into it because people like to lurk in the bushes and it's not in their damn business. But, oh my God. Well, I took this and I took that. I don't give a damn what do you understand that once something's put on the internet, it's not gone. It's not gone. That kid's picture's still floating around TikTok. I saw it about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one of the fuzzy one with the kid with the side view of his face, that one's floating around. Hell, I'll tell you, I'll go one better than that. I was sitting here one night, winding down. This was about a year and a half ago. I get a Twitter message, and it's this woman. She sends me a Twitter message, and she says, I think this is Summer Wells. Did you send it to law enforcement? Well, no, I sent it to you. I said, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to screenshot this Twitter post with your name in it. And then I'm going to send it to the TBI. Oh, well, is that necessary? You're damn right it's necessary. Don't send me pictures. Send them to the right freaking people.
Yeah, PJ, you're right. Half of
PJ,
these indigenous don't even have photos. We ran into that. Mom was trying to do flyers for all the indigenous that she could come across, and 90% of them, well, not 90, but I'd say a good 50% didn't even have photographs for her to make the flyer with.
yep. Nope. I had to make my own graphic to put in place of a photo, and then put no photo available on there. I made 178 flyers, and I would say probably a good 60 of them didn't have a photo. And it was not because I didn't dig and look for a photo. It's because there was no photo. Nothing. It's infuriating. And then the Amber Alert that came out the other night. Oh my Lord. How in the hell are they going to put an Amber Alert out with no kids' faces on it? What in the hell is wrong with this law enforcement? Like, what the hell is wrong with these people? My kids are grown. My kids
Oh,
are
Dandy, it
grown, and
happens.
I have
It
pictures
happens all
of
the
them.
time. People sit there and make comments in my videos that I put out on missing people, saying, "Well, I think I saw them here," or "I go to school with them, and I know that they were having issues with their mom, and they may be here." And I'm like, forward that information to law enforcement. I ain't a cop. I'm not a PI. Send that, or better yet, I'll screenshot your comment and I'll forward it to them.
I've done that on my videos. I can't use her name because it's still an open case and it's actually going through court right now. But there was a little girl that the mom reached out. She needed help, didn't know what the hell to do. I reached out to a private investigator and a couple of private investigators. I reached out to the detective myself. We put billboards up. We put billboards up for the whole 9 yards. She had her PlayStation with her. We found her she had a pull behind like wagon that went to her bike. We found it on Craigslist, the exact one. We knew it was hers because of the markings that was on it. She had run away and took her cat with her. And I had somebody comment under the video. Oh, I go to school with her, with like detailed information of where this girl thought she was. And it was like 2:00 in the morning here. God love the detective because I had his cell phone number. But he told me, he said, if you need me, don't hesitate. So here I'm calling the detective in freaking Minnesota, believe it or not, in the middle of the damn night, going, I got to send you this picture. It's from my YouTube channel. And they ended up checking it out, and the kid did go to school with her, but the location that she was saying was not where she was found, when she ended up being found. But I mean, some of these people, some of the shit you see like in your comments or in your emails or in your social media DMs, and just like Arctic said, it's like, and I don't give a shit. I will screen. Don't put your government name on there. Don't put your government name on there, because I will screenshot your shit and send it straight to law enforcement, and then they can call you and find out why the hell you're commenting on a video instead of calling the friggin' authorities. Especially when the number to the authorities is all over the friggin' video or scrolling across the bottom. PJ says Mind of Monsters, me and another creator did a series on the highways of tears, the missing indigenous in Canada. I've actually done a long video on the highway of tears. It's heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. What internet do you have? AT&T. It's not so bad it reboots when we want. Yeah, that's what I have, is AT&T. Brutally, I hate it. Well, lot lizards are in every truck stop. They've always been. Taylor, that's not anything new either. The Highways of Tears is a very sad one. Took good friend a few months through all the missing of the Highway of Tears, and too many more now. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's very sad. Kaleidoscope of Crime. Her and I did a series. I don't remember Kaleidoscope of Crime. Yes, girl. Yeah, we get shit like that all the time. Like, if I made public half of the shit that ends up in my DMs, you people would be mind blown. You would absolutely be mind blown. I get information like that. You get crime scene photos. You get autopsy photos. You get documents that are not public, but somehow somebody's got a picture of them. You know, it's just you would be fucking mind blown if you knew half the shit that I end up with in DMs. Just giving tips on harmony. I told them I can't do anything. Email the detective or calling in, right? You're good, Dutchie. Thank you so much for being here. It's awesome that people reach out with info, but good Lord, thank you for doing the right thing, forwarding the info. Hi, Darlene. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm checking on these wildfires here 20 miles from my home. Arctic, these winds are crazy this year. Lord, Dutchess, y'all are still having wildfires? My goodness, what the hell is going on with the weather, man? Look up Helen Doe. Okay. Yeah, definitely stay safe, Dutchess. My goodness, that's scary. And living on the coast like that, so you're having wildfires, and then here in what, 3 months, freaking hurricane season kicks in. Y'all can't catch a break up there in North Carolina. I tell you right now, or South Carolina, either one. It's been hell this year on y'all. This is kind of long. Let's see if it has anything other than what we have already seen or discussed. This was 2 months ago. So I'm going to speed it up, guys, because I do have some flyers that I want to go through too, and I don't want to keep y'all here till the middle of the night. I'm trying to make the lives not near as long as, but life happens live. Either, you know, we get deep off in, or the information, or, you know, you guys in chat always have the best things and the conversation, and then we get an Amber Alert, and like I said, that takes precedence over everything. Even decompression lives, it doesn't matter what we're doing, an Amber Alert comes through, that takes the top priority. And she was found while we were live. That's why we need the damned Amber Alert system to be reformed. The hurricanes, the fires, it's Revelation 2025. Yep. I feel you. We get wildfires here. It's terrifying, especially after the Cali nonsense. Right. It's been crazy this year. The missing people near these fires wear me up. It's like Dutchess, when we have the big hurricanes down here, it worries the piss out of me, because we already have all these thousands of missing people. And then you turn around and here comes a hurricane, and God knows how many more are missing. And the homeless epidemic, unhoused epidemic is crazy down here. I swear, because people think, oh, you know, I'll move to Florida, my life will be better. You know, everything will work out. I'll just move to Florida. And then they move down here and they end up living on the beach or in the damn woods. Or it's like today, we were headed to go, no, it was yesterday. We were taking his mom to get her car washed, because she's getting up there in age, and she likes her car to be nice. When she goes to the grocery store, she likes it to be shiny because it's red. And we seen a girl, probably 10 years younger than me, coming out of the woods with a backpack and a garbage bag and a sleeping bag and all the things. And it's heartbreaking. When I had my group homes, they called me and said they were going to the fair. They were so country. After 3 times, I kept saying, please don't take them to a fire. Oh. Taylor Darlene has a channel. It's awesome. Focus on child cases. Yes, Darlene does have a channel, and she has her own story as well. If you're not subbed up to Darlene, definitely go over there and binge watch. I finally realized they meant fair, not fire. I try to stay on the cases in the storms because it's crazy. Thank you for all you do. Oh, thank you for all you do, Dutchess. We appreciate you more than you know, ma'am. I'm more hazard aware now. Everyone in the area, threat of some kind, no matter where the world you live in. Yep, absolutely. Definitely stay safe, Dutchess. What is her... Taylor, I don't know what the hell you was trying to say, honey. You're going to have to type that again. All right, I'm going to start this video up.
What are you still doing here? You still have not downloaded Pi Ad.
And there are people who are extremely.
I put an ad blocker on. We're going to see if it actually works. Because I think you guys have heard me bitch about this before, but if you have over 1,000 followers or subscribers, I don't think you should have to friggin' pay for premium. I'm not paying for premium, then kiss my ass. Okay, Arctic answered Paula, but I'm going to pull this up just so we can use this in fair use. We're not playing the whole video without any kind of commentation. So the red hand. So I want to bring this up. We the night that we did resources and information, we talked a lot about the indigenous, and this is very, very important. And Arctic did answer Paula in chat. It represents indigenous voices being silenced. Yeah, we have Discord. You're welcome to join the Discord. Paula, the Discord's a lot of fun. Just be prepared that Thistle has had an attitude for a couple of weeks, so anything she says, don't take it personally. She's an AI. 12 Gauge says, just stopping by to say hello and give a like to a place where people are not losing their freaking minds. Well, thank you for coming in. I can only imagine where people are losing their freaking minds. The MMIW Red Hand, facts about the missing and murdered Indigenous women. There is a widespread anger and sadness in the First Nations community. Sisters, wives, mothers, and daughters are gone without families with clear answers. Their families and loved ones are missing. Babies growing up without mothers, mothers without daughters, and grandmothers without granddaughters. For Native Americans, this adds one more layer of trauma upon existing wounds that cannot heal. Communities are pleading for justice. And then this is the red hand. You guys will see this. I use this particular image in several of my graphics. The red hand symbolizes the connection between the physical world and the spiritual world. The Native Americans believe that the dead can see red, so by wearing red, they invoke the help of our ancestors and spiritual guides. A red hand over the mouth became the symbol of a growing movement. The MMIW movement, it stands for Missing Sisters Whose Voices Are Not Heard. It stands for the silence of the media and law enforcement in the midst of the crisis. It stands for the oppression and the subjugation of Native women who are rising up to say hashtag no more stolen sisters. Okay. And I'll drop this in the chat.
Well, thank you, because that's a lot more eloquent than how I put it.
You had the gist in there. I love this website. They do great work. It actually used to be called a different name, and I went to look for it one day, and it was gone, and I was like, oh my God, where's it at? It used to be MMIW, and they changed it to Native Hope, and it is full of really good information. We went over this whole website one night, and there's a really good video in here. I'm not going to play the video tonight. We played it on the other live, but this video here is a great representation of the difference in if a white woman goes missing and an indigenous woman goes missing. So I absolutely love this website. And I think, Arctic, didn't you get one of the emblems that goes on the back of the car of the red hand? The window stickers?
Yes, ma'am. And my T-shirt that I ordered is just like the one that Dutchie has that she ordered, and it should be here tomorrow.
Ooh. Ooh. I don't have a T-shirt.
Elizabeth, they do have those red hands on T-shirts. If you go to that link that Mom dropped, you can buy all kinds of merchandise from them to show your support.
And it all goes back to them. And that's one thing I love about them is they do so much. They've added this is new.
I also dropped the link to a YouTube channel. It's called Stolen Spirits, MMIWG. Do a phenomenal work. They had a live last night. They are amazing human beings, and I strongly suggest that y'all go and sub up to them.
Yep. Yep, that's Nicole and Brady. And I cannot remember the other lady's name. I feel so bad. It's a team though, kind of like our team, and they are doing amazing things. And we need to grow their channel because they're doing the damn thing. Yeah, it's on his car. He posted pictures of it. He put it on his car. I support my 4 legs. I need to make more money so I could buy stuff. Yeah, no, I get it. Emery, thank you so much, Dutchess. The name was there and then it was gone. Thank you, Dutchy. You're awesome. Nicole, Emery, and Brady. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was there and then like the thought was just like, oh, nope, I'm gone. It's gone. All right, let me turn off my camera so it doesn't drag the video down.
While Detective Baker investigated possibility Jermaine Charlo may have been a victim of sex trafficking, her family was still trying to pick up.
This is over. Tried to FaceTime.
Even from the time she was a little kid, she had like that personality. It was very annoying.
Full resilient animal lover. Oh gosh, the list of pets she had is.
I think she had like a flying squirrel or something.
And then a pig.
She had 2 pigs. She always fever and fishing.
Belinda was only 10 when her niece Jermaine was born. Soon, they were as close as sisters.
When she was born, I didn't like her at all. And one day, my grandma was cooking, and Jermaine would be fed, and my grandma was like, hold this baby. I was like, I remember looking at her like, it was my baby sister.
Jermaine was creative and imaginative.
She was an amazing artist.
Her dream was to attend the Institute of American Indian Arts in New Mexico.
On her YouTube channel, she's figure.
Look at his stance. I'm no body language expert by any means, but look at his stance. She's standing here talking to other people, and he's like super like inside her bubble. And he's either on a phone or his hands are pulled real far up close to him. That's a defensive stance. When you stand like that, that's a defensive stance. Not necessarily that he had his dukes up, but being that close to her, I don't like this guy. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't like you. I don't trust you, and I think you did something, bub. In my opinion. Allegedly. Now seeing him turn like that, he had his hands like this. So it couldn't have been a phone, Paula.
I'm as confident as can be in the fact that he did something to her, that he unalived her. And I'm so confident, in fact, that if it turns out that he didn't do it, I'll shower using only Dolly soap for the rest of my life.
Oh my God, y'all. Not Dolly soap. That shit comes with hair and all kinds of shit in it. So we know that Arctic is 150% sure, and I'm with him. I'm right there with you, bub. I'm right there with you. I don't trust this motherfucker. Just looking at his stance alone, the evidence, he's full of shit. He didn't drop her off. He's full of shit. He's absolutely full of shit. It is very sad for her children. It's very sad for her children. And he gets to go on and live his best life because that some stupid judge dropped his charges.
Yeah, and he has custody of their kids because he's not been a suspect in her disappearance. So he's still has custody of her kids. And her family doesn't even get to see the kids.
They don't even get to see them?
Nope. He's keeping the kids away from her family. Not only that, he never helped participate in any of the searches for her. I mean, you would think you'd at least put up some type of pretend front, but he didn't even do that. He never even bothered to try to look for her.
See, and that's another red flag when these people are the last ones to see somebody and they're like, oh, no, sorry, I can't be bothered to go search. But you guys have heard me say it many a times. You don't look for something that's not missing. My
Exactly.
cup's sitting right here on my desk. I'm not going to go look for it because I know where it's at. If you murder someone and you know damn good and well that you killed them, you're not going to go help search. Okay, we're back, y'all. I got copyrighted. I've never had them do that to me. That's been the last 2 friggin' lives. I've never had a problem with them. Assholes. Woosah. But we got the gist of her case. Obviously, we were able to see the footage, the CCTV footage, and then we saw the small News Nation clip, which with Vinny likes to hear his self-talk, so most of it was Vinny talking. But
it is what it
either
is.
way, assholes.
At least it wasn't Nancy. We would have heard about the twins for 15 minutes. So
Right. Right. We'll take what we can get without it. I swear to my time, y'all. I swear to my time. Oh my Lord. Well, at least the ceiling's not leaking. I'm not having to run to move equipment tonight. So, you know, a plus is a plus, I reckon. All right. So I was going to share this with you guys while we are copyrighted, while we got hit. This is some of the stuff. It should be here tomorrow, and I'll probably do like a short unboxing. But these are some of the cups that I'll have for the car show. Drifty put these together. I'm really happy that the night that we were, I don't even remember what we were covering. I think we were just doing random missing pieces. And I sent her the MMIW one that I use that has all the logos on it, the MMIP, the MMIW, all the logos on it. And she made a cup out of it. And then she made a cup out of the bloodstains are red, UV lights are blue. I cover enough true crime, they'll never find you. And then the Mind of Monsters cups. But I was really proud of her to see that how well that came out. And I believe there's also some keychains and stuff too. And what I'll probably do is once I get it all here, I'm going to filter through what I have. I'm not going to take everything to this car show. I have another car show coming up in May. And I like to keep some things around here. So when I send out missing flyers, I send little thank yous in with the packages of flyers. Sometimes you might get a sticker or a keychain or a tumbler, or it's just whatever I have on hand to send out with the flyers. Never seen a stream come back. I'm not monetized, Dandy. So all they can get me for is copyrighted content. I haven't checked my email, but it's probably not a strike. It's probably a warning saying, hey, the video was detected for copyright. Even though I pulled up a whole nother website and showed a whole ass different website. Due to a copyright match, your stream was interrupted. So I have to pull I have to pull it off the screen for the live to come back up. Is all it is. So it's not technically a strike. It's just a, hey, this is protected content and you used our stuff. You love that? Do you love that? Hi, Avery. But will that cause your channel any problems? No, it won't cause my channel any problems. I'm not monetized. So when you're not monetized, you can get away with a lot more than you can on a monetized channel. If I was monetized, it probably would have been a strike. But usually it's just a copyright claim or a matched copyright, which means that that's copyrighted material. And see, while that video was running, I put an ad blocker on. So we weren't seeing all the ads pop up.
Yeah,
The video
usually what
was
happens is
kinda
if you're
glitching.
monetized, they'll try to take a chunk of your monetization for the segment that you played of their video is what usually happens.
Mhm. Yep, and fuck those guys, because they ain't gonna get shit here. You ain't gonna get nothing here.
Same here.
But I'm also gonna put her flyer on my my community wall as well. But as always, the trusty Aware Foundation. This is from 2018. This is her flyer from the Aware Foundation. I will share it right now while we're on the screen, live action. And I will also grab this flyer and post it all the places as well. I need to see me copy it. I'm going to copy the link, and I'm also going to drop that in chat. So that way anybody on Replay Crew or anyone that's here can go and grab that flyer and share this flyer out. And we know that now, seeing the video, that it was a gray Under Armour hoodie with the Under Armour emblem and camo. If you're not monetized, Taylor, if you play music, the worst thing that can happen is you'll get an email and a notification telling you that there was copyright music detected in the video and that it could be blocked in certain areas. And usually it gets blocked in like some crazy country I've never heard of. So she's been on the top of my list for a deep dive for the longest. Well, thank you, Arctic, for dropping her in the lock discords, because I definitely wanted to bring some light to her case. And you always do amazing work and amazing deep dives and amazing videos. And like we talked about last Not Forgotten Friday, this week I really wanted to do some MMIW cases, because these cases, they don't get the coverage that they should, and it's so freaking sad. This is the Facebook page. I'll also drop this in the chat as well. This is the channel that myself, Arctic, and Dutchie were all shouting out and telling you guys, please go sub up to their channel. They're doing amazing things over there. They're just brand new. They're getting started. So we want to support them and show them all kinds of love, because YouTube is a hell of a platform to try to get started on. So if we can surround them with good people, with a barrier of good people, maybe we can keep them away from the dirt bags. It's what I'm thinking, what I'm hoping. Arctic, do you know if they have a certain time that they are going live? Like, do they have a set day during the week?
I don't know if they have a set day. I know that last night they went live while we were live over here. So I caught them on replay this morning, and I shared their live out on my community wall. I really would encourage you all to go check it out.
I may do that after this live, because I really enjoyed the first live that they put out. And she was so worried about it being a rough first live. I'm like, girl, I've been doing this for years, and I'd be lucky if I don't get thrown off the front porch. For real. But what I have noticed about them is they're really good about updating their flyers, and I love that. I absolutely love that they're on top, just like MMIP. Missing People in America, Aware Foundation, Lighting the Way. They're all really good about updating their flyers, and I try to as well. Any flyers that I make, if I get notification that person's been found safe. So that's something that I really respect them for doing. This is Alina
absolutely.
Newman. She's 17, female, American Indian, Alaskan Native, brown eyes. Her hair is orange. 5'9", 140 pounds. Last seen wearing a sweatshirt and pajamas. Last seen in Lincoln, Nebraska area, but maybe in Omaha. And then it goes on to give the police information. She's been missing since March 11, 2025. The Omaha Police at 402-444-4877. And then here's their Facebook group. It's in the chat. And then if we do MMIW, it should drop their YouTube channel. So make sure that you sub up to their YouTube channel as well. And then we have Evelyn Butler, age 17, female, Native American, brown hair, black eyes. I said that backwards. Brown eyes, black hair, 5'7", 220 pounds. She's missing from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Missing since March 18th, 2025. Sioux Falls Police Department at 605-367-7000. Then we have Raina B. Pratt, missing, age 13, female, Native American, brown eyes, brown hair, 5 foot tall, 200 pounds. Last seen wearing beige pants and a dark colored shirt. Last seen leaving her residence in Sackton, member of the Gila River Indian community. Missing from Sackton, Arizona. Missing since March 26, 2025 at 8 a.m. Gila River Police Department can be reached at 520-562-4511. Then we have Celia Lamar, 18, female, American Indian, Alaskan Native, brown eyes, brown hair, 5'3", 105 pounds, a white t-shirt, khaki pants, either black or orange, and white shoes, has pierced nose. And she is missing from Omaha, Nebraska, March 13th, 2025. Omaha Police Department, same number, 402-444-4877. And when you start looking at flyers and going through these cases, you're going to notice a lot of the areas are the same areas. Then we have Maria Madison Beston, age 15, female, American Indian, Alaskan Native, brown eyes, black hair, 5'3", 120 pounds, missing from Fort Peck, Montana, missing since March 14, 2025. If you have any information about Maria, you can contact the USBIA Fort Peck Tribal Police at 406-768-5565, Fort Peck Police Dispatch at 406-653-6240, or call your local police with any information. Or as we always say, call 911. If you call 911, they'll get you to the correct They will get you to the correct law enforcement that you need to speak to. I'm not going to go through all of these flyers, and I'm going to show you guys why. I'm going to pull up their photos. But I do encourage everybody to pop over to their Facebook and share these people out. Look at all these that were located. Look at this. I love this. Located, located, located. Found safe. Located. And then it goes in to other, and oh, there's Emily Pike. I'd really like to do a live on her, Arctic.
I would be down for that wholeheartedly.
I would really, really like to do a live on her. I know there's another girl, there's a girl that went missing with her too, and there's some information that's been put out about her.
Well, my understanding is that the home that the two girls have gone missing from is no longer open. That's my understanding.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'd seen that, but I wasn't sure if it had been confirmed yet. So that is freaking awesome. I'm glad it's been closed because the numbers, like when I was looking into it, the number of people that were missing from that home will blow your freaking mind. But I would really like to do. I know we've touched on her a couple times, and we looked at the law that her family's trying to get passed, and I downloaded that, or I downloaded it and I bookmarked it to go back and see if they updated that law. And I saw a feather alert on Twitter yesterday, and that made me really happy that there was a feather alert that was put out. So that means that
Yes,
that's got
ma'am.
traction too.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I know it was in the works. So that really made me happy to actually see the alert, and it said feather alert at the top of it. And like, I'm surprised y'all didn't hear me scream through the laptop. Yeah. Because you hear these things and you're like, let it be something, let it go through. But this is their Facebook. Definitely check out their Facebook, and definitely check out their YouTube channel as well. I want to look up this other thing too. Snowbird plan. Snowbird plan. It'll take a minute for that to load. No. I know
And
I
Emily
heard that
Pike
right.
is a good example of what I was talking about earlier. They stamped her as a runaway. Look what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And the details of her case. Oh my God, dude.
I know. Absolutely horrifying.
Like, it just, oh, when I was reading into the details, I was like, oh my Lord. And then right after I got done reading on her, I was reading that little girl in Ohio. My God, what, and you ask yourself, what the hell is wrong with people? Like, seriously.
The thing with the little girl in Ohio is it was her so-called father and her grandmother that are responsible for what happened to her, and that they need to put both those bitches underneath the jail for the rest of their lives.
I agree. Did you see he was in a shootout with SWAT?
Yes, I did.
Too bad they didn't finish the job. I haven't had allergy issues yet. I'm sorry for everybody that's having allergy issues. I wish I had something. He died?
I didn't know he died.
He died earlier? Well, karma's a bitch. Damn, he won't get to sit in fucking prison, but...
Yeah, I had covered Kaimani on my channel brutally. That case is just so heartbreaking, and watching everything unfold, and like I said, the things that have come out about how that little girl lived and everything, just wow.
And then how you gonna stand in front of the news? How you gonna stand in front of the news like you didn't do nothing, you sorry son of a bitch? Your allergies about killed you last week. I'd read that twice, Taylor. You just saw it. Dude was on top of it.
Yep, she's been sending me updates. There were remains found in Indiana, and if what me and Doodle are thinking is correct, it's either Emma Baum or the Carmichael girl, the 13-year-old. Both were pregnant and went missing out of Gary, Indiana, and we think it's one of the two. But law enforcement hasn't come out and said anything yet, so that's just speculation. So don't go running around with that. I'm just saying the remains were found within very close proximity to where both girls went missing from. You're muted, Mom.
Minnie called me. Sorry, y'all. I never know with him if it's something's wrong or the world hath burnt down. Cary, Indiana, no. You didn't hear about the little girl in Ohio? Avery. It's a horrible story. Yeah, there you go. Arctic put her name in chat. Oh my God, it was horrible. Horrible. Do you think he burnt that house when he put her in there, Arctic?
It looked like it was burned out. Now, I haven't seen anything by law enforcement saying that he did, but if you look at the picture of the house where she was found, it certainly looks like it was a burned out house.
You know, you have to take what you see in Facebook groups at a grain of salt. And I'm not stating this as fact for anybody in the bushes, but I saw in a Facebook group that somebody said the house caught on fire at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But it come out of a Facebook group, so don't take that as fact. But I couldn't help but wonder if he tried to get rid of evidence.
It wouldn't surprise me given the brutality of what he did to her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was horrible. 45 minutes from where Emma was last seen, 5 minutes from the 13-year-old, 12 minutes from the church where the panties were found. It was vacant, burned out before, I do believe. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I've seen mixed things on it. Either way, it's fucking horrible. Just horrible. All right, guys, so I looked this up. I wrote it, made a note of it because if you guys haven't seen, I made resource pages. I'll pull those up as well. Oh, well, pull up all my meat and taters for y'all to see. Pull this over here. Y'all don't want to see all my meat and taters. There ain't nothing like no nudies or nothing in there, but still, I take screenshots of all kinds of stuff, so. Hopefully it won't take 12 years to load. Okay, here we go. So I did these research pages. They're on my social media. They're on Doodle's social media. They're on Arctic's social media. I think Kimber posted them on her social media. They're on my social media, and I actually printed them and laminated them, and I'm going to take them to the car show with me. But I did resource pages for missing persons. These are some credible search and rescue groups that I've either dealt with myself personally or other advocates have dealt with them, so I felt comfortable putting their information on the page. And then I think this is the updated one, isn't it? Yes. Okay. And then this is missing groups and foundations. So you got Lighting the Way on there, NICMIC, Native Hope, MMIW, Missing in America, the Nameless System, Black and Missing Foundation, Voice for the Voiceless, Missing People in America. This is Missing in America Network. The Gabby Petito Foundation, True Crime Foundation. Well, that should say True Crime Web Foundation, but you get the gist. It's Mr. Steve, and then the Aware Foundation. And then I want to do a third page because between all of us, I have found a bunch of more resources that are credible resources, and I want to do those on a third page. And once I get them all updated, I'll post them all three together again. It takes time to make those because I try to vet anybody that I've not personally had any kind of dealings with, or one of my team, Arctic or Doodle, or somebody that's an advocate from a different part of what we do here in the missing. I want to vet them, make sure that they're not like, oh, I'm going to come help search, and then they don't show up, or they show up and they charge a family an ungodly amount of money to bring a 150-year-old dog or something, which people, horror stories. I could sit here all night long with families' horror stories. But this was mentioned in the video that we watched, so I wanted to bring this up and we'll look at it together. this is the Snowbird Fund. The Snowbird Fund directly supports community searches for missing and indigenous people in Montana. Montana continues to face a devastating and often overlooked crisis. Each year, indigenous women and girls go missing in Montana, often never to be found. Native Americans are 6.7% of the state population for a count of 26% of missing persons cases. Almost every indigenous person in Montana living on tribal land knows a friend, a relative, or community member who has gone missing. Lack of resources, jurisdictional issues means the case often goes cold, and the families and communities are left to search for their loved ones they've lost, often at their own expense. The missing and murdered indigenous people, the MMIP epidemic, which has been a problem for decades, continues to spread across Native communities and in Montana and in the nation. And then you can donate to their page. And it goes on to tell what they do. Help families find their loved ones. Donate online. You can mail in checks. They're in Helena, Montana. I've been there too. Background on the fund. The Snowbird Fund was established by Montana businesswoman Whitney Williams. Whitney opened the fund in Montana Community Foundation after hearing from a family member impacted by MMIP, including a Crow tribal member, Grace Bulltail, whose 18-year-old niece, Cassira Stops Pretty Places, was found murdered in Bighorn County in August 2019. The name of the fund refers to the Blackfeet named Snowbird. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Given to Whitney by Martin Weatherwax, Sr. of Browning and a member of the Blackfeet Nation and her instructor of the University of Montana, where Whitney helped establish the First Nation language program, received a minor in Native American Studies. Marvin said he gave Whitney the name because snowbirds, juncos, are resilient and smart birds and don't leave Montana in the winter. And then here's all their contact information. I'm going to drop this in the chat, and it'll also be on the resources page in the Discord. If you're a member of the Discord, that'll be found under the resources tab. Go ahead and do that while I've got the link grabbed. I almost put it in Talk to Barista. She'd have said something smart ass and I'd had to get on to her. So that's now in the resources tab. I'm going to drop that in the chat as well. Furious 4 minutes from 5 minutes from the younger girl. How the hell did they miss that abandoned house and shed? Right. It is unacceptable. Oh, that's right. Because they ran away. Horse shit. I agree. I don't give a fuck what color you are or where you're from. Everyone matters and needs to be found. Exactly. Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you so much for being here. Exactly. We have snowbirds and juncos here year-round, and I'm probably saying that wrong. And Kaylee, I'll drop a link to the Discord because I did take it out of the description. But I'll put it in the comments. You can join the Discord if you want to. I took it out of the description because I just did, and I'm not going to get into it tonight because tonight is about the missing and not about me up here ranting and raving about dumbass people. And I'll just leave it at that. Perfect. Right here's the Discord link if you want to jump in the Discord. Love, I'd appreciate you being there. We have a lot of resources on there. We have the barista. I have tabs for just about anything you could imagine, and you can put it in there. We have a general chat where we just kind of go in and just generally chat. We have missing flyers. We have map stories, serial killers. We have group images. The only thing I don't have in there is a pet photo tab, and I need to put one of those in there as well. Perfect. Are you in here? Did you pop in? Well, hello, Kaylee. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. We have a lot of fun in the Discord. We keep it drama-free, much like we do the channel. You may see a good rant live every now and then, but generally it's a safe place to be. Mom Junko. Junko. Thank you. I love the pronunciations from the chat because I'm horrible. I need to sit down and talk to you guys sometime. You're not busy about a thought I have. Okay. Taylor, just let us know. You know how to get a hold of all of us. I'm so excited that we had the Amber Alert found within us being live. That just makes my soul happy.
Oh, 100%. And I think that happened on another live where one was issued, and before we even got finished with the live, we had found out that they had been found safe. So,
yep, I think it was last week's Not Forgotten Friday, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yep. So these are a good thing. Amber Alerts are never a good thing because we don't want Amber Alerts, period. But when they're found like that, it's phenomenal.
Well, we want Amber Alerts to go out for every missing child. We want Amber Alerts because that helps these kids get found. We don't want children to go missing in the first place for an Amber Alert to have to be issued.
Thank you, sir. You know what I meant. Thank you, sir. Absolutely. We need the Amber Alerts when the children go missing, but we shouldn't even have to have Amber Alerts. But people are fucking evil. I told y'all she couldn't stay out of here. Look. Hello. I knew she wouldn't be gone for long. She had to pop her head in here and see what's going on. Hello. Thank you for being here. Well, guys, I'm not going to keep you too terribly long tonight. Thank you all for being here, guys. Make sure that you are subbed up to Arctic. Arctic has a phenomenal live planned for tomorrow at 12 my time, 11 Central Time. If you're past Central Time, you're going to have to do your own math or I'll be telling you the wrong time.
And then the following week, I've got Jared McCulloch's mother coming on, and we're going to talk to her about Jared's case.
That's awesome. I saw that. I love it. I love it. Arctic's back. He's back in the saddle and he's doing the damn thing. It's going to be noon my time, Paula. So I don't remember where you are, love, and I'm so sorry. But it would be during the day, PM, not midnight, 12.
It'll be 11 a.m. Central Time.
And I'm so sorry, I forgot where you are. I try to remember where everybody is. Your
Eastern will be
time?
12 p.m.
Yeah, it will be 12 noon. Sorry, y'all. I smoke too much, especially when I go live. I'll be over here chain smoking. I'm trying not to cough in y'all's ear. That's why I said 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. And if you're anywhere past Central Standard Time going out west, you're going to have to do your own math or I'll tell you the wrong damn time. Hawaii and Alaska, don't even ask. Because I have you all kinds of screwed up. I think UK is like 4 p.m. Right. And poor Far's in Australia, so good Lord, I ain't even going to think about what time it'd be over there. I'd be all over the damn place. But just make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe, and that way you don't miss the live tomorrow, guys. It's very important. Anytime we can give these families a place to safely come and speak, we're doing the damn thing because, like I said, we bridge the gap between mainstream media and these families, and giving them a safe place means the world. It absolutely means the world. But I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you so much for being up here with me, Arctic. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everybody for all your patience with the swamp signal and the live getting hit with a copyright and all the things.
We have some of the most amazing subs on our whole team does, and we appreciate each and every single one of you.
We do. We do. I wouldn't be here without the subs, and I wouldn't be able to keep doing this without my team. So much love to everybody. Thank you all so much. And remember, guys, if you see something, say something. We never give up. It takes a village to raise a child. Arctic?
Just remember to be kind to one another out there, because you never know what that next person's going through.
And I'm going to catch you guys on the flip side.